Crusader. Chapter 1. Labor the Land. Autumn's inexorable march was underway, and the race was on to save the harvest from the first frost. Despite his exertions, their yield was paltry. Come winter, starvation would seat itself at the head of their table. Chapter 2. Hard Pressed. The banners of the Holy Army snapped in the biting wind that scoured his barren plot. Taking the quill from the attending officer, he signed his name crudely upon the weathered scroll. He had no love of violence, but his absence would stay famine's hand. He accepted both tabard and blade, bid his wife and son a stoic farewell, and rode out reluctantly to make war. Chapter 3. The Great Crusade. The cacophony of conflict rang bloody in his ears. Trumpets and drums shouted orders, the screams of the dead and the dying. But in the maelstrom of mortal combat, he found a divine peace. He came to relish the cleaving blade and zealous bloodlust, losing himself entirely to the terrible delights of battle. Chapter 4. Blood in the Snow. The enemy camp rang with the clamor of terrified recognition. They knew his frightful reputation. At the moment of execution, he demurred. This one could live on in humiliation, a mockery of the mercy his enemies knew he did not possess. Chapter 5. No home but hell. Motionless upon his war horse, he contemplated the scene of stifling domesticity in the familiar valley below. The boy played idly in the muddy field while the mother hung sheets upon a tattered line. From his saddle, he planted his heraldic banner in the thawing soil, tossing the whole of his earnings in its shadow. He blew hard into his war horn and turned to rejoin his regiment. He did not look back.